Welcome to Film and Page. I'm Dominic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about The Mandalorian, Season 2, Episode 3, The Heiress. So this is one of the better episodes of this season. I really like this episode, so if you haven't seen it, spoiler warning. So the gist of the plot is he ended up making it to the planet because the ship was all shot up and beat up and stuff, and he got marooned on an ice planet. So he makes it to Mon Calamari, I think is the name of the planet where all the squid guys and weird hammerhead guys live. He makes it to their home planet. And so he's there to deliver this alien he has with her batch of eggs, which he does so successfully. And then in return, her husband points him how to find other Mandalorians like himself. So he ends up going to this bar, and so the guy there tells him, yeah, we can take you to some Mandalorians. So then he ends up on this weird sea ship going over the ocean, and then they ended up trapping him, and they kick Baby Yoda into some kind of a trapdoor thing, and he gets swallowed up by some weird sea creature, and then he gets trapped in there because they want to get his armor, they want to get the Beskar. And then he gets saved by 3 other Mandalorians. And what I really liked about this episode is, well, one, Mandalorians are cool, and the other cool thing is they took a character from the Clone Wars and Rebels, I believe, the character of Bo-Katan. I'm not sure if Bo-Katan was in the Clone Wars, but I think I remember the character being in there, but I'm not 100% sure. But pretty sure the character was in Rebels. But someone can let me know in the comments section. I'm pretty sure she was in both series. But anyway, now we see the live-action version of her. She makes an appearance in The Mandalorian, and they end up saving him from the pirates. And so anyway, then they take their helmets off. So he doesn't believe that they're actual Mandalorians, but they tell him, like, no, we're real Mandalorians. So he doesn't believe them. He wants nothing to do with them. He ends up taking Baby Yoda, and he gets out of there, and he goes back to the bar. But when he gets back there, now other guys from the bar want to kill him because he killed his brother. And so he gets saved actually twice by these other Mandalorians. They go into the bar, and they end up talking. And she explains to him, you were part of a different sect of Mandalorians because they had all spread out from the home planet of Mandalore. And so he was part of a sect that more clung to the old ways, where they never remove their helmets. Where her sect, they have no problems taking their helmets off and on. And so she explains to him that, that's not a rule that goes across all Mandalorians. And so anyway, then he tells her he's trying to find another Jedi, and asks her what she knows about the Jedi, and that he wants to get the Baby Yoda to an actual Jedi. And she says she knows where one is, but in return, he has to help them overtake an Imperial ship and get the weapons off. And so they end up doing that. They have this battle on this ship, and it just goes to show how badass the Mandalorians are, because they just mow right through all these stormtroopers and stuff like that. And how powerful their Beskar armor is, because all the blaster bolts are just being deflected off it like crazy. And so I had a lot of action in this episode. It wasn't boring in the slightest. It was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed seeing... I really like it that Disney is doing this, taking characters that were popular in the old EU and then putting them in their shows, like they did with Grand Admiral Thrawn, putting him on Rebels. But I would really love to see them use Grand Admiral Thrawn in a movie, a live-action movie, or even in The Mandalorian. And so then it's revealed that Bo-Katan wants to get the Dark Saber. And we saw that in the final episode of Season 1, where that Grand Moff Tarkin, or not Grand Moff Tarkin, but that Moff cut his way out of the crashed TIE fighter, and he had that Dark Saber. That was something you saw that in the Clone Wars. And I remember seeing some episodes with that Dark Saber in it and thinking it was really cool. And it was just really cool to see that in a live-action Star Wars show. So I really like how they're kind of weaving the canon together here with the animated series and this live-action Mandalorian series. I think they're really doing a really good job of that. And the other thing I really liked about Bo-Katan, she was portrayed by Katie Sackhoff, one of my favorite TV actors, and became a fan of hers from watching her on the reimagined Battlestar Galactica, where she played the character of Starbuck. And this is one of those cases where, I know this is like a controversial thing now, taking characters that were male or race swapping and gender bending them and stuff like that. But this was a case where I actually liked the change. I prefer the Starbuck that we saw in the reimagined Battlestar Galactica over the original Starbuck. I do like the original Starbuck, but I like the new version of the female Starbuck more. That's just my personal taste. And it's one of the cases, I think, where it worked for the reimagined Battlestar Galactica. And now the actress is kind of linked to sci-fi. She's been in a lot of sci-fi stuff. And I honestly forgot that she was going to show up in The Mandalorian. So when she took the helmet off, I was like surprised to see who it was underneath that helmet. And the design of the character is cool as well. And so anyway, he ends up helping them, and then she tells him where he can find Ahsoka. And that's something that a lot of people have been wanting to see because she is a fan favorite. And now, I haven't watched a lot of the Clone Wars, but I've watched the scattered few episodes here and there, and I have watched some of the episodes that had Ahsoka in it. And I know that she is a huge fan favorite among Star Wars fans and have been for years. And design-wise, I like the character. I think she looks really cool. And she's going to be played by Rosario Dawson, and which I think kind of fits. So she kind of is the right age, because Ahsoka's been around like during the Great Purge and stuff like that, like before Anakin became Darth Vader. So, you know, there's some years in there. And Rosario Dawson's a bit older, so I think she'll make a really good, like, aged up Ahsoka. And so I can't wait to see how she's going to fit into the storyline and what she's going to be like when the Mandalorian actually finds her. Now, the other thing about this episode is the Mandalorian was being watched by a hooded woman. It didn't look like Ahsoka, so I don't know who it was. And obviously, it wasn't Rosario Dawson, so kind of curious who that mysterious person is that's been kind of keeping eyes on him while he was on this planet, and what the case is for that person and who they're going to turn out to be. But I gotta say, I really like this episode, and this series has been fun. That's the only way I can describe it. This has been like a really fun series. And I know some of the writing on some of the episodes have been kind of hit and miss and a little bit cartoonish, but I have to say, it's been a blast to watch the show so far. And 2 out of 3 is pretty good. I mean, the middle episode there was a little bit weak, but I really like the first episode, and I really like this episode, and I can't wait to see how it's going to work. And now the one thing though, maybe I should save this for the other video, but I kind of have, when it comes to Jedi, like Ahsoka, that have survived the Purge and are still kicking around after Return of the Jedi, and were kicking around during the time of the original trilogy, I kind of got a love-hate relationship with that whole idea. But I'm going to actually get into that in more detail when I talk about the next episode, episode 4. So I'm just going to wrap it up here with this. Again, great episode, and can't wait to see the next one. So that's everything I got to say in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments section, and I will see you at the next one. I'd like to say thank you to all of my subscribers. I appreciate you all in helping this channel grow. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when new videos are uploaded.